Okay, hi everybody. It is Nighttime Dave. Okay, so I wanted to drop something really quick. I have a bunch of updates pulled up from Twitter. I have a huge plethora of people who I follow, and what my new goal is I want to start making maybe daily, bi-daily videos of all of the updates. I have a lot of friends and a lot of people who don't like keeping up with the econ, so I like to be the short review. So let's get started. The first thing that went ahead and happened is the European Parliament is in final stages of talks with China to remove sanctions. That was an announcement that came out today. Every single tweet I will be including the original author. Please go sub to them, buy whatever that they are hopefully selling to you guys. And you know what? These are really good resources. In addition to that, Zero Hedge talked about how Trump's tariff war resulted in a record $12 billion surge in customs revenues. I'll be including the chart on the photo here. That's actually a very large jump. Do notice that it's still consistent under Biden, because Biden actually added more auto tariffs than Trump did. He kind of pretty much the same playbook in a way. I think that the Biden administration was more purposeful in how it looked to implement these tariffs, not just one general, boom, it's just going to be hitting the the whole global market. But still very interesting. In addition to that, let me go ahead and talk about this. Now we have a little bit of a post here. The reality check is that Bessent has to refinance trillions of dollars in government debt this year. He needs lower yields. Absolutely. We all know that in the current situation with the United States, we are a service-based economy. We produce nothing. And we rely on the world for those goods. And we, in return, have to do nothing besides be the finance capital and the world reserve currency holder and deal with the consequences of having that. Not that it's a bad thing, some could argue, but the overall point, though, is this is correct. He has to refinance trillions of dollars. So, he had one job to do today, says this person here: restore confidence and thereby get yields to move lower, take the edge off, so to speak. But no, let's randomly put a 2 to 3 year time frame horizon on the China deal instead. Why even say that? How does that help? And he's supposed to be the smartest in the room. The continued self-conflicting and self-defeating communication approach of this administration with the people saying the polar opposite of each other or even contradicting themselves is baffling. You can't even stay on message for a single day with the message changing every day as it is. Whether one agrees with the larger strategy or not, I suggest they rapidly improve their communication approach. Otherwise, it is just unprofessional and counterproductive. This is coming from, I believe he is a UK trader. So that's, again, that's very interesting insight. In addition to that, we actually found out that the Swiss pharmaceutical giant will be investing $50 billion in the United States to avoid tariffs. I'll end up believing it when I see it. I mean, a lot of these factories and a lot of these large investments take a long time to happen. I don't think it's going to happen in about a year or two. I don't quite know how long it takes for pharmaceuticals. It's not going to happen in about 1 to 2 years. There's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way that's going to happen. Also, my apologies for that stupid dog in the background. Love it when our neighbors leave their dog outside 24/7, right? In addition to that, we have another update here that Chinese factories slow production and send workers home as tariffs bite. Well, I mean, of course. What do you expect? I mean, if you're going to manufacture and the biggest person who you manufacture to is giving you the middle finger, I would expect there to be large ramifications. Now, for all of my, beautiful Chinese friends out there, or those who happen to live in China, love to know what the social media in their own aspect are thinking about. And I'd love to know what the overall sentiment and the feelings are over there to these events. You might have people, who might be really impacted largely. However, they are a saver-based economy. But then on the other hand, the thing that I think about, maybe this is just one piece in a larger puzzle that I'm not seeing yet, is the fact that, I don't know, I wonder how many families actually got burnt from putting all their money together, and they did it as a family to buy housing. There's a lot of abandoned housing. People didn't get things. That was the whole Evergrande situation. There was a couple more companies, but that was the largest that defaulted on the bonds. In addition, another breaking news here, China has released an action plan to promote the use of the yuan in its own payment system in international trade. This person here is saying there it is. Obviously, if it's the gold telegram, they're probably promoting, gold and silver, all that good stuff. So, sure. sure, it's not going to mean anything. I mean, there's still major capital controls in regards to China. You might still be seeing other countries surrounding them still limit their ability on bringing in goods to their country. We saw that, it's funny. I remember reading a while ago that, Europe has a limit on the amount of electric cars and other vehicles that can come in. So it's cool that they're doing this. I mean, it's no different than Saudi Arabia stepping away, from the actual USD in terms of the oil trade and, trying to do another way, or them diversifying their holdings. Obviously they're still going to have USD, euros, maybe gold and silver. It's still great diversification. It's just that in 4 years, maybe it's because I'm an American, it's a little bit harder for me to get this in my head. I don't see the world jumping immediately, but this is, again, it's something. It's something. But we'll see what happens. The capital controls of China is the thing that really interests me the most. So I am very interested to see how this payment system works on the international front, and then we'll see what happens day by day. In addition to here, Trump went ahead and said taxes would be lower substantially on Americans because of the revenue from tariffs, but that makes no sense because that's counterintuitive because we're paying those tariffs. What Trump is saying is, I'm already taxing you on this end, so I am not going to continue to raise your taxes and double or triple taxation you. Okay. In addition here, apparently Trump chickening out is a top trending topic on Chinese social media. I need to see the proof. I just can't see it on writing. Next, we got one here that says Trump wants the US dollar to remain the world reserve currency. Well, I mean, no shit. No shit. You think that Trump wants the world reserve currency to end on his watch? If that happens, dog, if that happens, it's over. I mean, we wouldn't be able to refinance in the way that we do. We wouldn't be able to print the way that we do. We would have to just shrink that budget, and the hurt and chaos and devastation that would come from doing such a thing would be insane. I mean, do you want to tell Social Security or Medicare recipients or other people that they can only get 20 to 30 cents on the dollar of current benefits, when they would rather just inflate you all out of existence and hurt you that way instead of actually fixing our broken economy? In addition here, let's see, I have another one here. Trump said that if we don't reach a deal with countries, then in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll set tariffs for them, including China. Even though I've heard many times now that China actually is not interested in speaking with us Americans. They called us unserious. Well, they call Trump unserious. And they're not engaging. Rather, I believe it was a couple days ago, maybe last Thursday, last Friday, we knew that Xi was visiting some of his regional partners in the Asian Pacific area. Obviously probably trying to tell them, hey, we're open for business, buddy. We're not like America over there getting into large fights with all of you. We just want business. Okay, so moving on from that, President Trump's meme coin is up 65% when he announces that the top 220 holders will get to have dinner with him. I just want it documented for history with this video that this is the level of stupidity we are within our, overall structure. So if future civilizations find this video and go, what the hell happened to our country? This is literally what happened to our country. Okay. And I'll give you... Let me see. And that'll be it. There is much, much more. I would love to do more of these videos in the future. And I will see how this turnout goes. It's funny because I need to kind of chop up the video a little bit and kind of post them all out there. But I look very much forward in the future for this. And thanks, y'all.